กลับมาไลฟ์ต่อได้แอปฟ้าอยู่ไหมมันไม่หลุดออกไปอ่ะคือมันให้เมรีสโตร์กลับมาแป๊บนึงแอปฟ้าหลุดไหมแต่เราเข้ามามันก็อยู่หน้านี้แล้วอะแสดงว่าคือไม่หลุดแล้วก็ต่อได้เลยเหรอแต่เมื่อกี้มันต้องมีอะไรแน่ๆเลยเครื่องอะมันค้างตอนเมย์เปลี่ยนเสียงอะพอเมย์เปลี่ยนเสียงปุ๊บทุกอย่างหยุดนิ่งหมดเลยเขาก่อนเมย์เซตอะไรสักอย่างอะเป็นอย่างเงี้ยรอบหนึ่งอะเอาต่อโอ้โหขัดจังหวะว่ะถึงไหนแล้วเนี่ยเราจะตามหลังเขาหน่อยนะเมื่อกี้เราไม่ทันเฮ้ยหายไปช่วงนึงเลย
We've got a little bit of the traditional
เดี๋ยวดูหลัง
or
บ้าน
even
ก่อน
like updated traditional as well as some
มี
really hot weather type
อันนี้
clothing.
หลังบ้าน
Yeah, we try to capture what people are actually wearing.
ดีนะว่ามันไม่ได้
like
ให้ขึ้นส
modern
ตรีมใหม่
box styles that you may actually find if you walk around Southeast Asian city.
Yeah, so
อ่ะ
there's
ต่อ
gonna
ค่ะ
be a lot of stuff that you would see
ต่อแบบ
in
งงๆ
like
ด้วยนะ
hot weather. I think that
ไม่หลุด
gives it
เก็บจอ
a
ก่อน
lot of
จอเยอะ
nice
จัด
variety from some of the
Sorry
stuff
อ่ะ
that we've
sorry
seen. A lot of really pretty
มันหลายจอแล้วมันจะง
patterns.
ง
Yeah,
อะ
for sure. Bright colors.
I think these glasses are actually one of
อุ้
my
ย
favorites.
แอป
We
ฟ้า
put
ก็ยัง
them-
อยู่
I think
แม่
we put them on
สุด
as
ยอด
many
มาก
sims as we could without overdoing it.
ต่อเนื่อง เราจะ
And then
ตามเขา
we
ไม่ทัน
also
นะเนี่ย
have
นิดนึง
obviously our hairs, some cool new hairs. I think this
เอ้ย
flip one is
ผ
my
ม
favorite, and it looks really good. with
จั
the
งหวะ
new
กำลัง
beard.
เซตติ้งเมื่อกี้ไม่เห็นผมด้วย
Oh,
เฮ้ยผม
let's
สวย
see. We have
ผม
some
เนี่ยเท่มาก
cool
เลย
shoes.
กำลังฮิตเลย
These sneakers are
มาเฟี
definitely
ย
like
สะพานเหล็ก
the art director's favorite thing.
มาเฟียสะ
He
พานเหล็ก
wanted them on everything along with these flip flops because they're just
เฮ้ย
they're
รอง
so
เท้าเขาเท่
iconic and but so like versatile.
They're basic but iconic. I
เฮ้ย
think
รอง
is
เท้า
the
ผู้ชาย
way
เท่
to
นะ
describe it.
Iconic.
อันมุมขวาบน
And
อะ
let's jump into a female sim so you can kind of see the same things. We got some really nice new hairs. I think
กลับ
this
มาผู้หญิง
little
ก่อน
bow
เมื่อ
one
กี้
is
เม
my
ย์หลุดไปตอน
favorite.
เมย์กำลังเซตติ้งตอน
I
ผู้หญิง
will be
กำลัง
honest,
ผม
some of these
เฮ้ยฉัน
hairs
ชอบ
remind
สี
me of
ผม
my
อัน
mom
มุม
and I
ขวา
hate
บน
it.
ว่ะที่เป็นไฮไลท์อะ
We have a lot of new
Oh.
full bodies, a variety of, you know,
อุ้ย
like
สวยนี่
casual. Again, like patterns are
อุ้ยอันนี้
really
สวย
gorgeous here.
เท่ว่ะ
I think one of my
ท่
favorite
ว่ะ
tops.
Favorite
Get to that
top
real quick.
สวยชุดจีนก็ดี
I should give her some pants.
นี่
You don't see anything. We'll give her
ไว
some pants.
มา
This
ก
is my favorite top, and it's just like
นี่สวย
so beautiful, and I love the colors on it.
Oh, that's
สวย
nice.
มาก
One of those dresses was slightly like black and see-through and transparent with like a
this
black
ชุด
background.
เมืองเหนือเลย
Yeah, that one, which kind of reminds me of the one I'm
Nước thường
wearing.
mường
actually.
nửa
Not
đấy.
planned.
Not planned.
Yeah.
Let us jump down to children, and we'll see that we've got a lot of cute little animals on the prints. We have a lot of tigers.
We
It's
love tigers.
not unintentional.
Dick,
Wait,
dick.
did I don't
It's
know.
intentional.
It's totally intentional. We'll try that again.
I understood you.
That's okay. Really cute stuff.
น่า
Got
รั
some
กน่ารัก
dresses, and of course those
อันนี้น่ารัก
shark shoes. You know,
น่ารัก
everyone
น่ารัก
has to have these. They're
Oh, those
adorable.
are so
รอง
cute.
เท้าปลา
I like the rainbow ones.
ปลาโล
What
มา
can
ปะ
I
วะ
say?
Yeah.
I like my colors.
เก๋ว่ะ
Yeah, come on.
ได้
And
ได้
then,
ได้
you know, just a really good classic pair of sandals.
It's a really good blend of traditional and modern, I think.
Yeah, and toddlers, adorable.
ช็อตเลยทอดเลยหุยน่ารัก
Outfits
นี่
with elephant. You might have seen that
Elephant?
one in the
I
trailer.
haven't seen that one. That was so cute.
You haven't seen that one? It's on
No, I
actually
never
on our
noticed the elephant
trailer
on it,
top
yeah.
there, I think.
โอ้ยน่ารักมาก
But and then we have this adorable
โอ้
little
ย
matching suit. And then
ลาย
of
แม่ง
course
ได้
we
ว่ะ
can't forget our littlest ones, our infants, and you know definitely gonna have at least
เอ้ย
one
มีกล้วยว่ะ
tiger piece here.
นั่นแน่
We'll get to that
อี
in
หนู
a moment. Tiger. Wait, where'd you go?
It's one above it.
Oh,
Isn't
it's the one above it. That's
เอ
why.
อมาเที่ยวเมืองไทยต้องอย่างนี้แหละ
it? Yeah, adorable.
น้องเสือ
I love the shades on them too. They look like such a boss.
Also,
เฮ้ย
personally,
มี
I
ผ
love
ม
this
ด้วยว่ะทรงใหม่
kind of bowl
เจ๋ง
Oh,
เจ๋ง
the bowl cut reminds me of me as a kid, as a little girl.
And then of course you kind of saw it earlier, but there was this this hair that was kind of like elder specific.
And that's my grandmother.
เออ
And let us
ชัดเลย
talk
อาม่า
about the aspirations. So in this pack, we have 4 new aspirations. We have our first one is our location, and this is the Fount of Tomarani Knowledge. And this is about people that want
Tomarani
to
knowledge.
explore the world and kind of really immerse themselves in this culture. In Deviants, we have our Seeker of Secrets.
Deviants
Yeah, this is all about snooping and just having a ravenous appetite to know everything that's going on
อุปนิสัย
with
อะ
your
ใหม่
neighbors. Just all about the hot goss.
We have our popularity one, which is our discerning dweller, and this is about a person that really wants to be a great tenant and great neighbor to their neighbor sims. And last, we have our fortune, and it is 5-star property owner.
Yeah, this one really
5
incentivizes
star
being a
property
really great
owner
landlord. This is the dream landlord that you would wish you had. It's probably the one I would play with since I tend to want to be perfect with the new systems.
So here we have 5 new traits. So we have our
นี่ไง
cringe trait, and I think I chose the right sim to do this on, right?
The dabbing grandmother is yes, I appreciate that. This one, we have a designer and team, Connor. I'm not saying Connor's cringe, but Connor definitely pours his own personality into the work he does. So
Connor is well beloved in the community, so
we appreciate Connor. Connor's valid.
we have our generous. This is kind of sims
Generous,
that are really
generous.
offering,
Ui.
gives their time and money to
มีหัวใจ
other
โอ้ยยุง
friends, family members. There may be some downsides to, being a little too generous, but, we still love them. And nosy.
Nosy is
Nosy.
Again, something that ties pretty closely to the feel of
คิด
Secret
เผือก
Secrets.
คิด
It's
เผือก
about
เอา
kind
ลี
of
ลาวดี
finding
ไป
out as much as you can about your neighbors.
And then Child of the Village. This one is about someone who, again, feels connected to the culture. This is similar to, we had some island living had a similar feeling, but we wanted something that was unique to our world. And then we have one that is an elder only, and this is wise. So with wisdom comes age. That's how I like to think about it.
That's what they say. This is our very first elder only trait. You can make this in cast, but you also
ขอบคุณ
require
ค่ะ
to
คุณ
gain
ก้าน
if your
ไม่ได้
sim
เปิด
ages
เอฟ
up
เฟกต์
and
มันไม่
elder
ขึ้น
and
นะ
they're Logic 10 or Genius traded, they are more likely to become wise.
And they should still be able to receive it if you have growing together. That's something that it still is part of that, but we wanted to make sure that there was a way that people could see this and get it through gameplay even without that. So let us exit, and we are going to jump into build mode. So here I've just plopped down a few residential rentals into Newcrest. But first, let's just jump into the objects on the lot. Now, of course, I'm pretty sure there's some
ที่กรมไม่ใช่เลยนะคันขา
videos that will be coming out shortly. You'll probably get to see a lot of these in really great detail, so we may jump through this a little fast, but make sure to hit up some of your favorite creators and you'll see even more.
I love the model a lot. I always feel like I'm in a department store when I get to this thing.
Yeah, it's a nice. It's not quite as nicely staged as you might see at some of those, but this hot tub is one of my favorites. It is gorgeous. It is so different than our other hot tubs because it just can kind of blend in with the
the faux rock facade is nice.
So we have 2 new events, and one of this grill here is the reward for having a good potluck. We have this tuk-tuk, which is, as you can see, non-functional. It's a kind of a decoration, but we felt, I don't know, we kind of just felt like it had to be there.
I like the lock on the wheel.
ตุ๊ก
We have
เฮ้ยมีล็อกล้อด้วยว่ะ เฮ้ยตุ๊กตุ๊กล็อกล้อนะเว้ย
mailboxes. We have the
เห็นล้อรถ
larger
เปล่า
one that kind of makes you feel like you're in a really big lot. We have the smaller one, which is just
โอ้ย
the
ตู้
3
ไป
units.
ไอ้
It's
ตู้
great for
ฝากจดหมาย
townhomes,
ของในอ
duplexes.
พาร์ตเมนต์ในห้อง
This is
เช่า
like PS4 is at its best when there's an object you see and you're like, yes, I've used that. I can relate to that. I get my mail from that mailbox.
You're like, I have that in my house.
Or those grills that you're just looking at. I've definitely I've definitely gotten food at 3 a.m. from the streets on those grills before. It's very relatable.
We have our marbles and our hopscotch, which are 2 new child activities, as well as fun for rent sign. We have both the one here,
sen
and
được
one
đó.
against the wall.
นี่อยากเห็นแอร์
We have a no
อยาก
shoe
เห็นแอร์
sign.
พอดี
We
เลย
pulled
อะ
forward
เครื่องแอร์ใหม่อะ
that no shoes option from Snowy Escape. We've pulled that into the base game. So
โอ้
on
พี่
the
ใช้
base
ขวด
game shoe
น้ำแบบ
racks, you
ที่
should
ขาย
be
ด้ว
able
ย
to
โอ้
choose that for your Sims because we felt like that was something that was a little bit broader culturally. And then for our pack, we've also added a wall-specific one so that you have that choice to not just necessarily have the shoe rack, but you could also have it on the wall. We have our stair railings.
โอ้ราวสวยมากโอ้ยราวบันไดราวบันไดที่ใฝ่ฝัน
Cool
หลังคาเต็มเลย
awnings. Why do I keep?
โอ้หลังคาเยอะที่สุด
I got
It's not
you.
that I
ไม่
don't
ใช่
know
เย
it.
อะ
I
ที่สุด
just like can't
สี
think
เยอะ
of
ดิ
it.
I got your back, fam.
นี่ไง
This,
นี่ไง
this
ร้าน
kind
ค้า
of
ต้องแบบนี้ค่ะ
decorative
ร้านของชำนี่เลย
gate door, and then we have one that is more functional.
ร้าน
And
ป้า
then
เพน
let's
ข้างบ้าน
dive
เมย์ต้องมา
inside. So we have
จะสร้างร้าน
bugs,
ของ
few different
ชำหน้า
sizes
บ้าน
and
แล้วเนี่ย
really good sizes.
เฮ้ย
welcome
ดอกบัว
mat.
สวยมากเลยอ่ะผ้าม่าน
We have our curtains.
เฮ้ย
and
รู
all
ผนังก็สวย
available in these colors.
เฮ้ยผ้าม่านก็ดีเธอนั่นน่ะ
as
มันลาย
well
ไทย
as
ชัด
we
ๆเธอ
see
นั่น
that we
น่ะ
do have
นั่น
these
น่ะ my
manual
god
placeable, like kind of rods.
ผมก็สวย
Well, I mean, it's not a rod in this
Ôi.
case, but I think it.
มีอะไรห้อย
same-
อยู่ที่ผ
same
นังไว้
point.
นะอันเล็กๆอ่ะ
We have multiple tile openings all the way up, and then you also have this single
ค
tile.
ล้าย
one,
ๆ
so
เนี่ย
you can
จัง
make
เกิลมันจะมี
patterns
ช่อง
if you
แบบนี้อยู่
want.
สุดยอด
Our
น้อง
pressure
เสือ
cooker and our kettle, those
เย
are
อะมาก
available
เยอะ
in
มา
kind
ก
of the standard
กา
colors.
หม้อ
We
หุงข้าว
actually did add these colors to the base game ones because we
เพิ่มสีเหรอ
we have a few in other packs, the popcorn cooker
เพิ่ม
and
สี
ice
ให้
cream
กับเบส
maker,
เกมเหรอ
and they all come in these
เมย์
colors,
เข้าใจ
but
ถูก
they
ปะ
are
นี่มันตู้เย็น
you know,
กับไมโคร
available
เวฟ
in
เบสเกมนั่น
but
น่ะ
the microwave and the basic ones aren't
เนี่ย
available
เห็นไหม
in those colors.
บอกแล้ว
So now you can deck out your whole kitchen in lime
เฮ้ย
green.
I get so excited when we add new appliances. Like, as a pour-over fan, I really appreciate the gooseneck kettle. Also,
ตู้เย็น เล็ก
controversially, we added kettles, but one of our designers, Mora, also
คล้ายๆสปาเดย์เลย
to the discontent of our
เธอ
UK
ดูรูป
fans
ในผนัง
probably,
สิ
added the ability
โอ้ย
to
ผนัง
boil
มีรูป
water
วั
in
ด
the
สวยมากอันนั้น
microwave.
น่ะ
So let me know how you feel about that one.
You
look
are gonna
down there.
get people tweeting you so much
นี่
about
ไง
that
นี่ไง
one.
อาหาร
Here's a quick kind of look at our new foods.
Oh, the food.
Like, look wonderful.
โอ้ย
Yeah, this
นี่
dish
มัน
right
หนุ่ม
here,
ตาล
Bun
ชัด
Sao,
ๆสีส้ม
as a Vietnamese person, this was my favorite food growing up as a
Yeah.
little girl. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Everyone's like fuzz. Wait, no, bun sao. That's like next time you go to a restaurant, order that.
A little mini fridge, and you'll see we also have this dishwasher
ตู้เย็น
hanging out over here. Our new squat toilet and a little bit of a toddler
ผนังอะสังเกตดูรูปเยอะนะ เอาคนละสีเฉยๆกรอบอะ
toddler training toilet.
โอ้
We
มีเรือ
have
มี
our
เรือสุพรรณหง
some
ษ์ก็ว้าว
big
แล้ว
plants, and then you kind
ต้
of
นไม้
saw
ต้น
these
ไม้
before. We have our water heater and air conditioner.
เฮ้ยมีเครื่องทำน้ำอุ่นเหรอหรือมันเครื่องอะไรวะในเล็กๆอะ
These are also
หรือมันมา
like
กับไอ้
a
เครื่องข้างล่าง
solar
อะ
water
ซ้ายมือมันคืออะไร
heater,
วะเนี่ย
and then our radiator.
มันคืออะไรอะ
So
อยากรู้อะ
the
มองไงเป็นเครื่องทำ
water
น้ำอุ่นวะแม่งเอ้ย
heaters and the electrical fuse box have gameplay associated with our residential rentals. So
ดอกไม้
actually, I
โอ
think
เค
you
อยู่
can do
สวย
that on any lot, right?
Yeah.
ไอ้เล็กๆเนี่ยอีกเพียบเลยเขาไม่ได้
And
ซูม
then
เข้าไป
our air conditioner and our radiators do have some
ชอบอัน
functionality
นี้ว่ะ
if you own
ชอบแอ
seasons.
ร์ว่ะ
Yeah, if you really want to make a
ให้มันให้
dingy
ฟีลดีอะ
basement, now you can. Now you've got all the stuff to do it.
And of course, if you don't want to have the functional ones, we do have a collection of them that
นั่น
are
น่ะอะไร
not
อะ
functional, just so that you can have the decoration.
ฟังไม่ถนัดด้วย
So
ไม่
I'll
รู้เรื่อง
start
เลย
here real quick.
อู้
This are our pool floaties, and
Ôi,
this
sủi.
is a reward for doing the pool
หมอนมา
party.
แล้วหมอนสามเหลี่ยม
And then you'll see we have a lot of furniture, and they're based around
เก้า
these
อี้
kind of
แม่ง
like
ไม้สัก
7
ไม้สักใน
what is it,
ตำนาน
9
เลยกู
colors of wood, and then a lot of variety in the patterning and
สวยด้วย
um,
เก้าอี้ไม้สัก
mix
จะ
and
ดูจีน
matchness
แต่ข้างหลัง
of
อาจ
the
จะดูไทยหน่อย
chairs.
I love the rattan stuff. I
เก้า
hear
อี้เนี่ย
rattan
โต๊ะ
is
โต๊ะ
really
เก้าอี้
good.
จะออก
It's always
จีน
fun
ซะ
to
ส่วน
talk
ใหญ่
about this when our models
อารมณ์
come
เหมือน
like,
โรง
"Yes,
น้ำ
this
ชา
is in rattan." I'm like, oh,
หน้าต่างโคตรเก๋เลยอะ
I was watching a video after our gameplay trailer came out, and
ทำบ้าน
some
รั
people
ช
were
กาล
like,
ที่ 5 ได้อยู่นะเนี่ยทรงแบบรัชกาลที่
I'm excited for people to get them in person.
the thing I'm most
Hey.
excited about, though.
5 เก้าอี้โต๊ะจีน
Plastic
ว่ะ
Yeah, these plastic chairs. If you've ever been
Plastic
around
chair.
an Asian market, you've probably recognize these. I have definitely sat in that red plastic chair before.
ต้องสีน้ำเงินกับแดงเท่านั้นค่ะ
white one.
Yeah, I like so we have the like pristine versions, and then we have the red and the white one as kind of the dirty
แดงน้ำเงิน
ones,
เท่า
just
นั้น
because
พี่
I think that's just what you're. If it's gonna be outside, I'm sorry, it's just
โอ้
gonna
ย
get dirty.
ปิ่นโตเต็มตามาแล้ว
Countertops, little
เนี่ย
kind of tea. This is just for
ไม่งั้นได้ลอยกระทง
decoration.
แล้วเนี่ย
We got the dish rack.
The drying rack's my favorite.
มาช้าไปนะหนู
Let us try and get
เอ
through
อ
a little
ตู้
faster. We
อุ้ย
have
ตู้กระจกสวยมากเธอ
mirror that kind of like it's like a nice
อุ้ย
hallway
ซิงค์ก็ส
thing.
วย
And we have our sink. I really like these.
ฉันชอบความที่แบบให้ซิงค์มันดูเหมือนมีลายด้วยอะ
Yeah,
ที่
and
อ่าง
actually that's
Oh,
that
โห
goes
ลายหน้า
into
ต่าง
my
สวย
next
มาก
topic.
ลายหน้า
We
ต่างสวยมาก
have fences, and I think that like
เฮ้ย
here's
เฮ้ย
where
ตู้
you can
น้ำตาล
kind of
ข้างบน
see
สวย
it.
ว่ะ
I'll also show you. We have all of these colors, and this is like kind of meant to
เต็นท์ขายของ
outside stucco.
yeah.
And they're just
วอลเปเปอร์
some really bright, interesting colors that we don't do a lot. A lot of times it's, it's all grays or browns, and I don't know, it's nice to get to see some color.
We have the complete opposite too.
Yeah.
โอ้โหผนังสวยมากคุณเอ็ม
And then we have
ผ
our
นัง
wood
ไม้แม่งคือแบบ
paneling in a
เรื
few
อนไทย
different
อะ
styles
เนี่ย
and in all of these colors.
เฮ้ยนี่ไงมีผนังเปื้อนด้วย
Forget
ผนัง
this.
เปื้อน
Yeah.
So these don't have any gameplay associated, but you can decorate your apartment with these kind of dingy decals that will help you tell the story that you want to tell.
Yeah, like I said, it's the opposite of the pastels. It's much more grungy and lived in, but I think like that's the type of storytelling
เนี่ย
that
ฉัน
I'm
ชอบอ่ะ
excited to have the ability to do.
ไอ้ตู้
Yeah,
น้ำ
it's
ตาล
kind
อะ
of nice because you could have like the pastel with that, and it kind of makes that nice juxtaposition.
Yeah, and, like all that stuff with the water heater and the fuse box, perfect.
รั้ว
in
ดี
your
รั้วสวย
basement.
ด้วย
We have a bar and a bar back, and then our room divider, pretty showers, and then real quick up on the
ห้อง
roof
น้ำค
we
ล้ายๆเบ็ด
have
เกมแหละแต่แค่ว่าสี
some
สวย
roof tiles
Ooh.
as well as like decor roof pieces that you can kind
Oh
of
my
build
God.
out with. So that's kind of a
สวย
quick
มาก
look
โจท
at
ย์สวย
our
มาก
build by, and again, I can't wait to see you get your hands on it so that you can build some stuff, and
ฉันรู้สึก
we'll be
ว่าเกม
waiting
แหล
to
ก
see all of it.
ฉันรู้สึกว่าเกมทีมงานก็แหลก
So here's kind of our residential rental lots, and I've just grabbed one from our trailer, our little
รอ
featurette
สร้างไม่
trailer
ไหว
that
ละ
had the different unit
พูลวิลล่าต้องมา
sizes.
เก้าอี้พลาสติกมีแบบรอยตำหนิกับไม่มี
You'll see here that you can have
แล้ว
like,
หลังคาสุด
what
ยอด
unit
มาก
rating is, kind of
จั่วไทย
what
สร้างบ้าน
the
ง่ายหาย
rent
เหนื่อย
per day is if you want to move a
Wait,
sim
wait,
in
wait,
here right from Manage Worlds, and the lease length. We'll get into more details of how you can control that in a little bit.
There's
But
been a few questions about these things, I think.
I'm
แม่ง
yeah.
โคตรละเอียดเลยอะ
But we will jump here into this building and kind of show you how the actual building work.
And I want to stress, we talk about apartments a lot. I think that's the word that people use. It's not just apartments. These are residential rentals. You can build duplexes, townhomes, in-law suites. I would really like to see someone build a trailer park. I think that's the build I'm most excited about.
I think there's one already there waiting
Yeah.
for this system to come out.
I'm
certain
sure
of it.
all of you will impress us.
So that's actually a great reason I love this house, is that I think it's a great place where you can actually break up this house pretty nicely into rooms. We have a room here that has its own attached bathroom and balcony, and then we also have this room where the bathroom's kind of in the shared space. So let us jump in. We're going to change this type, lot type to residential rental. And now,
Residential
when I click
rental.
on a room,
Residential
so this
rental.
is kind of the room,
อ๋อแชร์
block-based. We can change this to our first unit.
อ๋อ
So now,
อ๋อ
when if I were to go out to build mode, or if I were to own this property, I can
โอ้ย
now
ไม่
rent
ยาก
out this room with this
กดอย่างเดียว
single bath and this balcony. Or if I want to live here, I could live here as well.
And I want to just shout out our XD team, one of our designers, Sydney, that ran point on this.
แล้วก็ create a
This is
new
a
อ๋อ
really easy
โถ
intuitive
ง่าย
use
มาก
tool, and I feel like
โอ้โคตรง่ายเลย
it could have potentially been really complicated, but
พลิกกรอบ
there was a
แล้วก็
lot of work into
เลือกเลย
making this
จะเอา
easy to
ยูนิตนี้
understand.
ไปไว้ไอ้กรอบเนี้ย
So now
เป็น
I
ยูนิต
have
1ยูนิต
two
2
units, and you can see one's just the bedroom, one's the bedroom with the ensuite, and then here is, a shared bathroom. So anyone can use that one if they want. I have the option to add traits and challenges based on each
มี
unit.
เทรดด้วย
So if I want that one to be off the grid, but I want this one to have
นี่ไงมีโม
mold,
and
you know that's something that you have the choice to choose.
อ๋อ
for
แต่ละ
each
ห้อง
unit,
จะแบบ
and
ว่า
it doesn't
กำหนด
have
ไป
to be
เลยว่า
specific
เป็น
to
อุปนิสัย
the
ยัง
lot
ไง
as a whole.
มีเชื้อโมก็คือเชื้อราในห้อง
In
ไหน
here
ก็
you'll
อยู่ใน
see
นั่นแหละอยู่ในเทรด
suggestions on
ไอ้
what makes a
question
good
mark
unit. These are things that are going to improve your rating. So
อ๋อ
there's
มัน
all
จะมี
different
บอกด้วย
sorts and types of apartments, as we were kind of talking about. There's definitely benefits to having your own kitchen basically within your own unit, but that doesn't mean that you have to be limited to that. Maybe the rating will be a little lower, but it's really about like giving you that freedom to build what you want and what's right for you. We have so unit value, dimensions, and all of that. Now let's go into the thing that I think people are interested in. So obviously I can make these all different units. Maybe I want to turn this living room into another bedroom. I want to say, hey, the kitchen's mine.
That is
Nobody
a
else's.
completely unhinged apartment. It's just the kitchen. You sleep like next to the refrigerator.
Look, I'm just trying to make a point right now, which is so on the basic, you know, plane, your limit is 6 units. So residential rentals, we can have a maximum of 6 units. That said, we know there are people that want to build and they just want that option to build whatever they want, even if they're not going to play with it, or people want to play with more than that. 6 is where we feel strong about how it's going to perform and, you know, play for you, but we don't want to limit people. So we have a cheat, and we will make sure to share this out publicly, is now if I come over here
เมื่อกี้ถ้า
I
เม
can
ย์ฟังไม่
create
ผิด
more
เหมือนเขาจะพูด
units.
เรื่องยูนิต
And
ใช่ไหม
honestly, I have a lot of freedom to create
เหมือนเขาจะพูด
as
เรื่องยูนิต
many
ใช่
as
ไหม
I want.
Be free as the wind blows.
ว่าเรา
You
ใช้สูตร
completely
โกงเขาจะลอง
unfettered
ทำให้
now.
ดู
You
ว่ามัน
can
จะไป
do
ได้ถึ
whatever
ง
you
เท่าไหร่
want.
เมย์แปลถูก
There
ปะ
is still a limit, just because we do have to have a limit for the game and
ใช่ไหม
all,
เมย์แปลถูกไหม
across
ถ้า
your
โกงอันนี้
save,
โกง
you
นะ
all
ถ้าไม่
have
โกง
a
จะได้ 6 ยูนิต
maximum of 100 units. This means that you can have a lot of variety, whether you want to have
ฟัง
2
ผิดปะ
units on
100
every lot or you want to have 10 units on every lot. Do you want
10
to have a single lot with 100 units? I'm not advising this.
Yeah,
I
don't
tried
do
it.
that.
I actually did try it just to make sure that I knew what the limit was a few days ago, and it is
That's a wild ride.
I wouldn't recommend it. We'll just say that. But, you know, you have a nice option of how
ใช่
you
ไหม
want to build it.
คือเมย์กำลังฟังว่าเขาพูดถึง 100
It
แบบ
gives
บ้า
you
ถ้าเป็นร้อยก็
variety.
แหล
It's
กไป
like,
หาเลย
are you just renting out a room? Are you, you know, trying to build an apartment building? And we just think that that's really important for people to have that option.
And I do want to stress, you can build these residential rentals if you have for rent in any world. Like
Any livable world.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be Tomrang. It can be Willow Creek, and it can be.
It can be Newcrest. Like, obviously, that's where I am.
Yeah,
is
yeah,
Newcrest.
actually.
And it, like, Newcrest is, you know, well, it depends on what you've done with your save, but Newcrest is empty. Like, you could build out the whole thing and it'd just be residential rentals.
Yeah.
We do have some limitations. We
เดี๋ยว
cannot
มาดู
build
ย้อนหลัง
residential
ได้เลยค่ะ
rentals
ง่วง
on
ไม่ไหวแล้ว
smaller
นอนก่อน
lots,
ได้นะ
and we cannot build them on penthouses.
Or non-livable worlds.
And non-livable worlds. So, just so you are aware, there are a few restrictions that we do have.
We felt like this was going to be such an elevation of the gameplay for everyone that's a builder, so we did not want to limit this to just one world. We feel like if you own for rent, it's really going to uplift all the worlds you own and all your EPs.
I'm waiting for the person that's going to literally make everything, everything in every world, or as much as they can, residential rentals, and one person owns all of them.
Too real.
One last thing I wanted to show while we're here is this assign all rooms to this unit. So this is kind of, hey, I've messed up this build pretty badly. So what I can do is I can now assign all all rooms to this unit, and then now I can restart from where I was, and I can say like, hey, this is shared space, and down here is shared space. You know, don't want to block anyone getting up and down the stairs.
อ๋อ อันไหนไม่ได้บอกให้กดแชร์ให้
With
เฉยด้วย
that, I think let us jump into that is not
ถ้าดู
the
ไม่
one
ผิด
I
นะ
wanted. Let us jump into our world. So we are gonna come show you our new world bubble, and Zoe can jump in and talk about the wonderful world.
Hello.
สวยจังเลย
I'm so excited to show off Tomarang. As you can see, our vibrant little world bubble is so cute and beautiful. And then I will just go ahead and read you guys
โต
some
อี้
info
ชื่อเหมือน
about
แม
the
วไปเลย
world. So, grown
Designer.
from humble roots off the coast of Shisi, Tomarang is lively with local fare, community chaos, and legends of lore. Known for its
น่ารักตั้งแต่
tight-knit
โลโก้เลย
communities and sun-filled shared spaces, Tomarang is a lush landscape of possibilities. Come cozy up with nature or fish around for neighborly niceties and whimsical secrets. Whether you're flying solo or raising generations, this region offers a warm welcome to any multi-living lifestyle. Sul Daka.
ซูซูดีค่ะเขาพูด
So let's jump in
The
here and we
Zodiac.
can show off our roadmap.
เก๋ว่ะ
So here we have two
คุณแปมสวัส
neighborhoods.
ดี
We have Mornsong, and this is kind of our
โอ้ยไม่ได้อ่าน
bustling
มัน
downtown
ไม่รันอะ
busy city.
แอปแดงแอปแดงแป๊บนึง
And then we have Kosapa,
Appen.
and this
Sawadee
is a
ka,
little bit
Appen.
more relaxed. So we'll just stop on that. What's it?
ตรงไหน
Yeah.
ละ
Like Rebecca said, we have kind of two environments, pretty
ไม่มี
expansive
ชุดไทยคุณบิ
neighborhoods
สกิต
that offer a variety of opportunities. So up in
Wee.
Mornsong, you can see that you have a regular residential kind of starter
เฮ้ย
home, one
เฮ้ย
of
อย่างเดียว
our
เลยกู
residential rentals,
Natural
which
Park
you can live alongside one of
National
our
Park
pre-made families who actually owns that lot. And then we have our botanical garden as well over on the
Ooh.
side. And that's something that you guys can visit and walk around in, maybe even go on cute dates with your Sims. Up in the top left, you'll see Rokaya Rockside, which is currently occupied by Rebecca's great build, but that is a lot that you can build upon. In Kosapa, we have more buildable lots. We wanted to give you guys a lot of options to build in this world, so we wanted to give you blank canvases, as well as another regular residential with our pre-made family, a lounge complete with a hot tub, which I'm so excited about, and another residential rental where you'll meet another one of our pre-made families. We wanted our pre-made families to be really grounded in their community and showcase multi-generational households.
อืม
They each have their own stories to tell and lore for you to discover.
อือฮึ
So yeah, the world has a lot to offer and a lot to interact with, and I'm just so excited for people to dive in.
Yeah, and I think it's really great. We have the one that you can move in right away, but you can also move straight into our residential rentals. So, one's a little bit easier to probably move into than the other.
It's a fixer-upper.
It's a fix, but
She's
let
doing her
us-
best.
We'll jump
We all are,
into
Zoe, we all
our
are.
world. Let's play. So here I kind of have a family, someone that we can show off our residential rental because they own this. So we have a family with 2 kids. Let's get this plane so they're not awkwardly standing all together. No, they're still gonna awkwardly stand together. But so here we have a residential rental lot, and I have one member who is already living in this residential rental, and then 1 vacancy. So as you can see, this is actually our the father to our male sim, and he's gonna come out here. He's gonna
สารพระ
hang
ภูมิอยู่
out.
หน้า
He's
บ้าน
gonna
แล้ว
cook, and that's just there's a few things that'll pull sims out of their own units and into the shared spaces of this unit.
Yeah, like to talk about that a little bit, we've tweaked autonomy to make Sims
บ้าน
more like
ชื่อ
they use communal objects like
โลคยา
exercise
ไม่มงคลเลย
equipment, grills,
มีสวน
if
พฤ
you
ก
have
ษาสตร์
laundry
ด้วย
day, then the laundry equipment,
พรุ่งนี้ไปงานแต่ง
few
ต้อง
things
รีบ
like
นอน
that.
เดี๋ยวแปมค่อย
Gardening
ตาม
is
ย้อน
really
ได้เลยคุณ
great,
แปมฝัน
and
ดีนะ
actually
ครับ
there's some cool things that you can do
ก็
with
มี
the
สุราเช้าเหมือน
mold
กัน
ghost
ไปสุ
actually
พรรณ
with gardening. I don't know that we'll get there today. Haven't had the best of luck with our practice of getting our mold ghost, but so I just wanted to call that out as there's some fun things that you can do when you're a mold ghost. So let us go ahead and fill our vacancy. So I'll show you real quick. We have this unit, and obviously you can't see the outlines while you're in live mode, but I have this room with the bathroom, and that is for
Wait, mommy,
the
popcorn.
elder sim that is here. And then upstairs we have another bedroom and bathroom. And you can't see into their units, it's their private space, and that is, kind of as expected. You will have to, load into these units if you want to play them, but what we did do is that we added this great switch control to this household, and that actually comes to base game.
Yep, it's for everybody. Big quality of life update. You don't have to go through nearly as many menus now to switch households.
Yeah, so right here, if I wanted to play as Elias, I can just switch control right here and switch to his sim.
You still will need to load though.
You will still need to load.
ไงเบรกอิน
But let us fill our vacancy for upstairs. So here you can see that we have a rent per day
โหละเอียดอยู่นะเนี่ย
maximum amount that we can charge. And
ค่า
that's
เช่า
just kind of based on the unit rating and everything, the lease
กี่วัน
length, and then our unit rating is based on these things. So it's not based on the size, the amenities. So again, this is where, maybe this is a little bit basic because I have like just a bathroom and a shower and I don't include like a kitchen. But there's ways that you can choose to work around that, and I could, have better environment to make up for that or have a larger size. Right now, I don't have too much in that room because I feel like people should bring their own environment. I'm not gonna provide your decorations for you.
You are really incentivized to build a nice property. Your unit rating will go up and there's going to be benefits from that. You don't have to. I know some of you don't want to and some of you won't. And some of you want to tell the stories like that. That's totally fine. But if you want to gain the most out of it, you can try and get your unit rating up.
I think it'll be fun. People will probably play both sides.
Yeah,
Like, I'm a good landlord versus a bad landlord, property owner. And then maintenance. Maintenance is going to start as poor for all units until you've kind of gotten into it. There's some interactions that you can do to improve this, and we'll show you that.
Gotta prove yourself.
You do have to prove yourself. We have our unit rules, so no social events. If
อื
you
ม
don't
โซ
already,
เชียลอีเวนต์
obvious, don't have your social events, no loud noises.
ไม่เสียง
Try
ดังเหร
not
อ
to have
no
things
loud
going off between 10 and 6 a.m.
No
This is
loud ร้อย
supposed
แปล
to
ว่าอะไร
limit music and television. I think some people were asking about infants, and I don't think that breaks that rule. That feels a little harsh if it did. I'm sure that there's some people that have to deal with that in
I've
real
had
life,
neighbors like
unfortunately.
โปรซิม
Maximum occupancy. So this is saying that the max amount of people that you can have is
8
3, and if you have 4, then that's too much. And so that's I think that's a great one for this because there's one 2-person
แต่ถ้า
bed
แม็ก
up
อันนี้
there,
จะ
and
เป็น
I
เท่าไหร่
don't think we need more than 3 people. Trash overload, kind of try to keep
สาม
the
หรือ
place
4
nice and neat, no trash, and then no ghosts.
There's also
P.
a no pets one. I don't think I could do
No
either
P.
of those. I need my cats and I need my ghosts wherever I go.
We'll just ask them to keep it nice. And as you'll see, right now we have no
มีราคาด้วย
So
อ่ะ
I'm going to jump into the tenant options. And up here, you'll see you kind of have a snapshot of what that unit is.
งงนิดนึงนะ แต่ว่าไม่เป็นไรเดี๋ยวค่อยไปเริ่มดู
And then down here, you'll have a list of available tenants. Now, this will pull from your Sims that do not live anywhere in the world, but also we've populated it with a collection of Sims that you won't see anywhere else, but we wanted to make sure that you always had somebody that you could pull into this Sim list.
สวัสดี
These
คุณ
families are a lot of fun, too.
คุณ
I think
ลูก
we
คน
have
เล็กครับสวัสดีครับ
20 or 30 of them.
Yeah, I think they're split across a variety of families, but about 20 to 30.
Yeah, definitely move some of these
Sims.
in. There's a lot of fun characters here.
And they all have kind of their own personalities, and we didn't get to put as much lore in the game for them, but we all know what we designed them after. So I'm gonna choose this family.
ห้ามเอะอะ
because he's
อ๋อคือ
willing
ให้
to
เงียบ
pay my amount of rent.
ๆเดี๋ยวลามาพร้อมฟิวเจอร์พิเศษ
Only needs 1 bed.
ทางนี้ไม่ไหว
Even since they
คุณจิ
need
ระนอนก่อน
cribs,
เลย
they don't really count the same way against your
ซิมที่เป็นลูก
household
บ้านต้องเป็นซิม
limit.
ที่ไม่มีบ้าน อ๋อ
Because we don't want someone to put a crib down and
มี
then
เงื่อน
that
ไขอยู่
counts
นะ
as a bed, so we had to kind of shift that around. Something like this, they need 3 beds, and they don't want to pay as much as I would like to get paid for this.
ตั้งได้เยอะว่ะ
So we're gonna just choose this family. So we've chosen this sim, and
ว่ามันงงอ่ะ
why are you naked?
Just saw
It's live streams, it just happens.
She's just
Is that
living
missing?
well.
Still ha-
Don't worry about it.
So we've moved in our sim, and then what we can do is I can kind of show you our agreement, and I'll show you on our other sim here. So we have a max rent per day. You can still change that. There are some negatives if you're changing it outside of a specific time period. So this is my father. I'm gonna just
That's I would charge my dad rent, no question.
So I can't change the lease length right now
ไม่สามารถ
because
แก้
it's
ได้
already in the middle of a lease. I don't want to change any of the rules right now, but you can see who lives here. You can travel to the unit right here too as well. And then we also have our evict option. And so here you see unjustly evict. And right now that's because this sim hasn't broken any rules. They aren't late on rent. So it would be unjust for us to evict them at this point. And at certain points, if they've broken rules, if they're not paying rent, you do have the ability to justly evict. But we wanted to make sure that there are consequences if you do it at inappropriate times.
Yeah, for sure. Your unit rating would take a hit. You might have to pay a settlement. Don't unjustly evict people in life or in
ซิม
Okay,
ถ้า
so
ห้ามผีแสดง
now
ว่า
that we've
โต๊ะ
kinda
อัญเชิญ
shown
ผีจาก
all of
Paranormal
that
คงใช้ไม่ได้
off,
เอากรรม
I'm gonna go ahead and show us around this world while we wait for the night market to come out. I mean, it's a night market and it's not night, so gotta wait for it, right?
So what says on the
ร้าน
tin?
มาร์เก็ต
So over here we have a rabbit hole temple. This
เฮ้
is
ย
Tinsu Temple.
วัด
We have our kind of like outdoor park, like there's just like community area with marbles and our hopscotch.
I love the pirate ship. The pirate ship is so cute.
เฮ้ยเหมือนเสาหลักเมือง
And
เลยว่ะ
like part
ตร
of
ง
this is
ศาลา
because
สี
we were
ส้ม
gonna
อ่ะ
put
ตรง
this
กลางอ่ะ
residential rental right here, and it's like, hey, there should be a park right there.
มันไม่ใช่
right?
เสาหลักเมืองพูดผิด
It feels-
เหมือนศาลา
it feels
ที่แบบ
appropriate.
เหมือนอะไรเอาไว้ไหว้กลางเมือง
So
อ่ะ
that's
นึกอ
our
อกปะ
residential rental. We'll move over this way a little bit, and you will see this is our starter home. There's a little like picturesque spot where you can go paint. This is our night market, and we'll come back over to that when it's a little bit more vibrant and at nighttime. And then over this way, you will see our botanical garden. And what I actually love about this lot is that I've put down a residential rental on this lot, and it looks really good with the way that it's all set up. And so it's got a nice variety of what you can
ผม
do
อยากให้
here
ขับ
if
มอเตอร์ไซ
you
ค์มา
do
จัง
choose to change that up.
จริง
It is a beautiful lot.
ขับตุกๆได้ไหม
That's gorgeous. I think
In the bay.
อยากให้
this
ขับ
would
ได้
be
จัง
very expensive property.
I mean, that's why it's
เฮ้ย
the
ตุกๆวิ่ง
botanical garden.
แค่ตุกๆวิ่งกูก็ดีใจแล้ว
So, while we are waiting for the night market, we'll just
วิ่งปลอมๆแบบ
spinning
เมื่อกี้
this around a little fast. We have down here at the end, we have a fish market, and there's a great place where
เอ้ย
you can
ฟิตมาร์เก็ตว่าตลาดปลา
choose to buy some fish, to do cooking and all. And then as you saw, our night market kind of just like lit up. And I'm gonna pull my sim over here. Just make sure that he kind of comes and hangs out here.
I love the way the night market lights up. It's so pretty
It's-
and vibrant.
As it gets darker, I feel like it just gets prettier. So here at our craft stall, this is craft stall, and Zoe can maybe tell us a little bit about
เหมือนพอเป็นกลางคืน
our
แล้วมันมาอัตโนมัติเลยนะ
tassel collection that's available here.
Yes. So the
ทำสวยมาก
tassels you'll find two actually
ล่า
at
สุด
this
คุณเคส
craft stall that you can purchase.
อเมริโลโดน
And
คลิป
these
สปีดบิว
tassels are collectibles that you can find throughout the
เร็วมาก
world through various means.
เหมือนเราชนะจริง
And what's really cool about them is once you complete your collection, you can
Pink-
actually combine
pink
them to get
tassel คืออะไร
something
อะ
really special for your sim. You'll also be able to
ไม่เห็นมี
unlock
แขว
a
น
lot
ที่
of
ผนังด้วย
lore while you discover these tassels. So I just really encourage everyone to explore and kind of build their collection over time.
We also have our marbles collection as well as a jar, that we can collect all the marbles in.
ทุกเก้า
And then a few items that you can collect as well as food that you can purchase. We have buy local attire. These are a few specific assets that you have to come to the night market to purchase.
เฮ้ยลอยโคมแล้ว
Now we'll slide on over to our food stalls. So this first food stall here
เฮ้ยอยู่
is
ตร
our
งนี้ก่อน
vegetarian food.
อยากเห็นโลโก้
These are some of our new foods available with this pack. Behind us,
Tofu
so
pad thai.
not to
Pad thai
spin
jing-jing
us
ด้วย
around too much.
ฉันเห็นชื่อ
is
แล้ว
our drinks
ฉันไม่ได้
and
เดาไปเอง ผัด
desserts.
ไท
So
ย
these
ค่ะ
are all new foods as well.
นี่ไงชาไทย
Desserts. I think the halo halos, what
Yeah.
everybody's been talking about.
Have you had halo halo?
I have.
บิบิง
It
ก้า
is so much.
แปล
It's
ให้หน่อย
really
บิบิง
good,
ก้า
but
คือ
it
ขนม
is
อะไร
so much.
So pretty.
I can eat like a third of one.
And then over here at
ดี
the
ใจ
end of
ดีใจ
this street
แหม
way,
รูปร่างมาขนาด
we
นั้น
have
ไม่ใช่
our
ผัดไทย
last
จ้ะ
food cart, which is all of our
I am
non-vegetarian food.
so excited about
Did it
this
know?
food. As again, someone that's from the region, like
Huh?
bun sale,
Bun
bun
sale.
all these things are
แป๊บ
things
นึงนี่มีมาเลเซียนด้วย s t a m e t Light มันมีต่างชาติด้วยเนี่ย อย่างอันนี้คนนี้เราก็ไม่มี Chicken อะไรเนี่ย Stir Fry อันนี้ต่างชาติเลยพวกโซนเอเชียเราอะแหละ
ขอบคุณ
ที่เรา
ที่
แบ
ก
บ
ดไลค์ค่ะ
โอ้ยนี่ค่ะพี่ไปายที่เราไม่รู้จัก
I grew up with.
They all look so delicious, and I think we like during meetings and everything, we just like made everyone so hungry with all of the food.
We did have a team dinner.
We do need one. As
โอ้
you'll
อาหาร
see, there's
หลาก
kind
ห
of
ลายมาก
some really nice lighting at night. I think this kind of view straight down the like center of town.
ของ
towards
พ
the
ม่าใช่ไหม
temple
บิ
is
บิง
just
ก้า
gorgeous.
สุดยอด
Okay, let us travel into
โอ้
our
วัด
other
สวยมาก
neighborhood, and we'll show off some cool things.
เข้าได้ EA Creator มาเนิ่นนานนะครับพี่เมย์พี่ชายประดับกัน
ว้าว
ดมโคมจีนเหรอ
I think
ฟิลิปปินส์
I don't know
Bibimbap
what's this
Philippines.
is. Like I think that the best
อาหาร
thing in
ดี
this neighborhood really
ครบ
is
ทุก
our
ชาติ
Tiger Sanctuary, which is right here next to our lounge. So I'm just gonna come over here
สะพาน
and show
สวย
this off.
You're coming up on my favorite asset in this
มี
entire
หุ่น
pack,
ด้วย
the
อ่ะ
statue.
ใคร
I
ฆ่า
love this
เสือด
statue.
It's just gorgeous.
ำอุ้ย
I think I love the tiger. Like
Yeah.
it's just like it's not quite the classic tiger that you see. It's got a little bit more character and like the tufts of fur.
It's in my head what I pretend my cats are. Just very noble and pristine.
Well, you need to be able to pet all the tigers, right?
ต้นไม้สีชมพูสวยอ่ะ
So we've got our sim coming over this way, and I'm actually
เนี่ย
gonna
ซ้ายมือ
have
ซ้าย
her
มือ
change direction and have her come over here.
อุ้ยน่ากลัว
So this is our tiger sanctuary, and it is a rabbit hole option. So
Rabbit
we're gonna
hole,
come,
ใช่ไหม
and probably the more appropriate time to visit is going to be the daytime, but we wanted to show off some other stuff. So visiting the sanctuary during the daytime, or you can support it. There's some really cute stuff that you can get from supporting it that maybe Zoe wants to talk about.
Yeah, the Tiger Sanctuary is one of my favorites. While you may not encounter the actual tigers yourself, you can experience some fun and interesting stories within the sanctuary with your sim. And one of those fun and interesting stories is supporting the sanctuary. Conservation is very important in Southeast Asia, and we wanted to highlight a cool way for Sims to get involved in making the world a better place. And if you support that sanctuary, you can get to take home something super adorable that you might have seen Rebecca gloss over in that build by section. The sanctuary has great, yeah, a little guy. The sanctuary has some great lore hidden throughout as well, and fun interactions. You also might get some rewards as you keep attending both during the day, which I recommend, and possibly at night.
So we've snuck in here at night because obviously
That's
the
a
tigers
reasonable
are
thing
trying
to
to
do.
sleep. Like we really shouldn't be doing this, but you know what? I'm gonna.
Nothing bad can come out of this.
Nothing bad. Let's see. Oh, sweet. Did I make it out
This
this
is
time?
the first time you didn't
Yes.
get banned from the Tiger Sanctuary.
We've practiced this so many times, and every time I've gotten banned. So I am so excited.
Did you
we did
steal
not get
food
banned.
from the Tiger Sanctuary?
You did. I would check your inventory.
This has failed every single other animal trackers, of course.
That's adorable.
Animal Cracker
I love it. I'm so happy we didn't get banned for once. So I haven't seen it happen yet, but one thing that I'll say is that there it is, perfect
Very
timing.
cute.
So I love that at night you can kind of see some glowing eyes, like you're seeing like the tigers hiding over here. There's some really amazing VFX, honestly, in every pack, but I love the ones this pack. I can't deny it.
It's what I love about working on The Sims. Like, there's so many people that work on these packs that pour their heart and souls in it, and even as leads, we don't see everything until we do the live stream. We're playing through, and it's like, oh, there's little eyes, there's steam coming out of the server rates. It's great.
So I'm gonna have a little fun here, and I've gone the wrong way. Whatever. But, when you spy on people, they pull out the little binoculars, and they're totally
Subtle.
not conspicuous.
Very subtle.
So subtle. I wonder if I can... This kind of showed off a little bit earlier, but I wonder if I can spout my memes. Is it...
Oh yeah, this one's
รู้สึก
cringe.
เหมือนไอคอนมันน่ารักขึ้นปะ
Can't
เมื่อกี้
remember where it is now. No, it's fine.
มีรูปข้างหน้าด้วย
There's
อะ
some spouting of memes that are just adorable. They are some of my favorite.
Funny or mischief, I would guess.
Okay.
ถือว่าเมย์ไม่ค่อยได้กดรัว
I found something better.
Okay. Real punster.
I'm not, but I think it's fun in a sense. Okay, so now that we've kind of gotten a chance to see some of that, you can see our nice hot tub in this world. Let's
ต
show
ลาดนัด
off.
รถไฟ
I
ต้อง
still
มา
think it's it's
ปาย
fun that there's a hot tub in this lounge. I've never been to a
Bye,
lounge
Lum.
with a hot tub in it. I kind of want someone to open a hot tub lounge and invite me over.
I mean, it just looks so good together. But let's just show off the neighborhood real quick. So this is our lounge. A little bit over here, you'll see this is our residential rental, as well as kind of this nice town, like central space. Over this way a bit, we've got one of our empty lots. We have this right off the sea, and you can swim in this area all the way
Swim
over
off?
here to this wonderful cave. So when we talk about lore,
มีถ้
cave has lots of
There might be
lore.
some lore in there. Just a
So
little
much.
bit.
Have we said lore enough? I think we need to say
No. Just a few
more
more times.
about lore.
We're not actually saying much of the lore. We're just talking that there is lore. You can actually kind of swim over to this area, and so we'll come over here. One more of our empty lots, and then over here we have actually one of our pre-made families. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna break in.
Oh, scandalous.
Scandalous.
I'm so glad we got this feature. This is one of those ones you might not necessarily think of when you think of multi-unit living, but there's a lot of stories about snooping and spying and finding things out about your neighbors in media.
Yeah, I mean, it's really about like getting the chance to learn more about them, right?
Yes.
ำเสียดาย
Okay.
เนาะ
Well, I'm gonna start breaking in.
น่าจะ
on
กด
this
แล้วมา
door,
เลย
and
ไม่น่า
I
จะ
don't
ต้อง
know
แบบ
if Zoe wants to jump
เข้า
in
หน้า
again
โหลดอะ
here, 'cause I know that she likes
นางไม่ปล่อยอะ
snooping in the future.
This is one of my favorites for sure. Like Jessica said, a story that kind of came up when we were thinking of neighbors is snooping on your neighbors. And so while there won't be any creepy burglars breaking into your house, you can absolutely opt in to break into somebody's house. And it's not just on residential rentals. It is on any residential lot. So if you wanted to go break into Bob Pancake's house, go for it.
เป็นมันจะงัด
He's
เหรอ
got some secrets,
เฮ้ย
I know, and you'll be able to find them.
The
So,
man lives a sordid life.
โอ้โห
yeah, and so this is just one of the
That's
ways
weird.
to snoop on people. And when you're inside their home,
Ui.
you can kind of snoop on a lot of their objects and discover secrets about the people that
Snoop?
live in this home or unit or whatever. And yeah, and then you can do, there's a lot of gameplay involved with once you have a secret and getting those secrets. And it's just a really cool aspect to this feature, as well as the fact that you're in their home. So
เฮ้ย
if you're a klepto, I mean,
That's where my head immediately goes.
I don't know what you're talking about. Oh look, we found a secret. So let's pull this up.
Scandalous.
Grim jealousy. This is a great one, right?
I love reading these. Can I read this one?
Yes.
Have you seen him? The Grim Reaper. I mean, he's just so elegant, isn't he? He's well-dressed, mysterious, and he's got just enough skeletons in his closet to keep things interesting for an eternity. He's got it all. I mean, watching him work can be so magnificent. When he whips out that tablet, it always dazzles me. I would tickle a cow plant for one fraction of the style and charm Grim possesses. Isn't it, or just
อัน
so
นี้ผมคงมโนอาคารสุ
It's
สาน
like it's drawing all of us slowly towards him.
ล่าสุด
Every
ช่องฝั่งอเมริกา
passing
เริ่ม
minute
ลง
of
คลิปรีวิว
ambition
แล้ว
as
ครับ
cool as Grim.
ตรงอาคารเนี่ยอินโดผมว่าไม่ใช่
All these are a wild
I need
ride.
a
I knew that that was
now.
one of the icons, but I hadn't gotten a chance to read that one, so that one's
เฮ้ย
great.
มันมี
Okay,
คำสั่งสนุปอะ
so
คือหยิบ
I
ของ
found
ได้
a
เลยใช่
secret
ไหม
about someone, and they're not here at the
ข
moment,
โมย
but
ชัด
I
ๆนี่หว่า
could, you know, kind of tell them that I know the secret, blackmail them, or say that I'll, you know, I'll keep the secret. I'll be a good person.
You don't have to be a good person.
You have choices. It's all about choices. So
ปุ๊บเข้ามาให้
one of the things is
มาใช้
that
ชีวิตได้เลยเหรอ
you obviously you have a time limit here.
อ๋อ
and
มี
kind of
ช่วงเวลาด้วย
This is an event
อยู่ได้ชั่วโมงกว่า
similar to our events, and if you don't leave by the time it ends, somebody might catch you when they come home, and they're not going to be so happy about it.
Really?
So
They're not gonna be happy you're breaking into their house.
the first few times I like didn't leave at all, and they come in and they like start fighting, and I'm just like, whoops, I should leave now. So before our time ends, let's go ahead and get us home. So now we're gonna kind of
ค
just
ง
like
จะดีถ้า
look
ซิม
at
พ่อ
all
บ
the
นว่า
cool
สามารถไล่คาถา
stuff
ไม่
that
ให้
we've
ซิมบุก
got
เข้า
in
มา
this world.
ไม่ต่อเนื่องเนาะ
We have our pressure cooker and our kettle. I'm gonna make a few adjustments that I keep forgetting to make before we actually come on stream. Because you know what happens when you don't have enough counter space to actually cook. Sims put food everywhere. So we will have him start cooking. We will. I like the Burmese samosa soup. It's just
ข้าวเหนียวมะม่วงจริงด้วยเธอ
seems like it
ฉันเห็นชื่อเมื่อกี้
Sounds like it would taste
ข้าว
really good.
เหนียวมะม่วงเนี้ย
There's a lot of food in here that I want to try that I have not tried.
Dinner.
We'll put it that way.
I also feel like rice cookers, pressure cookers, these kind of appliances are so iconic for a Southeast Asian kitchen.
I mean, there's so much food here.
Are you making tea?
Sims. Yes, I am boiling some water. So we're waiting for that water to finish boiling, and then we can make some tea or coffee, whichever you prefer. I'm a tea person, and I particularly like
มันสับ
this
แล้วมันใส่
one
หม้อหุง
tea.
ข้าวเลยว่ะเฮ้ย
So.
It's extremely gay tea.
เฮ้ยมัน
I
เอาทุก
love
อย่าง
this
ใส่หม้อ
tea.
หุง
It makes
ข้าว
me so
The
happy.
rainbow unicorn tea, I love it.
ต้มในหม้อหุงข้าวไป
Talking
เลย
to
จ้ะ
him, come make this pretty tea.
As a queer person, this speaks to me on so many levels.
I just like unicorns,
I like rainbows.
and I like sparkles,
It is.
and we get all of them. So
มาแล้ว
sorry, this is just a personal. I love this.
เอ๊ะ
Thing,
มี
so
ว
I
น
have to show it off
เอ๊ะ
every time.
fun, dude.
ฝีมือ
So
ฝีมือ
cute. Okay. Now, so we have our pressure cooker cooking. It's in progress. You kind of know pressure cookers are, you know, drop it in, leave it, and you can walk away, and that's great. Oh, I just noticed we got some mold.
Oh no. This makes me so uncomfortable.
So as you'll see.
Oh god, you got so much.
Yeah, I mean, so
And
we
chola
have
malao.
the mold trait on this lot because, you know, we wanted to show it off. Right now, all of these are allergenic mold piles and
Healthy mold air quotes.
yeah. So we're gonna come over here and we're gonna clean the ones that are in the kids' bedroom. You know, who cares about our bathroom or anything? We'll take care of the kids though. And this is, you've seen it. It's we get into this like kind of suit.
I love
We're
your
gonna
hazmat
clean
suit.
it.
It's a nice touch.
ได้เลย
Yeah, so to get mold, you have to have the mold trait. So it's a lot challenge, and then you have to kind
ใคร
of
อยากจะนั่งเช็ดเชื้อราเชิญนะคะ
you have to leave like
ทางนี้จะไม่ตั้งนะ
plumbing dirty, and it will spawn it. So
ขี้เกียจ
it's kind
ทำ
of like a
แอนิเมชันแล้วให้
challenge.
ใส่ลงไป
You know, whether you want to play with the deadly side of it or you just want that challenge of trying to keep up, you have those choices.
It's not every lot. It is a challenge you opt into. Because it's a lot to
ตา
manage.
ปือแล้ว
It
นะ
is a lot to manage, and it also is like we felt like it should be something that like you opt into, not just something that your Sims. Let's not clean.
6 นาที
I want more mold. It's something that you're like you don't have to put on Sims, and if we made it an apartment thing only, then you know it like you have to live in apartments or something. But we wanted this to be something where you can put it on any lot. So we have that one lot challenge, and then we do actually have a lot challenge where we'll hopefully get to see some of these, and I if not, I have a way to trigger one.
เริ่มปื้
Well,
อ
you
แล้ว
kind
เมี
of
ย
mentioned it. You can use a lot of these lot traits and challenges in lots that aren't not just residential rentals too. Like
Yeah.
you can have some of the property events
Yes.
in non-residential rentals.
So
So we
like,
have a
don't we put
second
more, huh?
lot challenge, and it's like
ขี้เกีย
I
จ
don't remember what it's like maintenance. Let me jump in here real quick. So if I check out my unit,
โอ้ยมีซิม
it's
ด้ว
the
ยอ่ะ
maintenance troubles, and these aren't available on residential
me
rentals
ของ
because
คน
they'll
ล็อ
just
กด้วย
happen
เหรอ
naturally. But we wanted people who live in residential lots to have the
Ui.
choice here.
Because things like insect
ใช่ไหมอ่ะ
infestation can happen
เต็ม
in
เลย
a
อ่ะ
normal house. It doesn't have to happen in an apartment.
Right.
And the correct response is to burn the house down.
Maybe not with the insects, but with the mold if you want. So, when you're on the mold, you can clean it like we did earlier. We can deploy a mold
เมื่อ
be gone
เออ
bomb, and
ใช่
that kind of
ลืม
like
ดูซิมเลย
clears
อ่ะ
everything.
เดี๋ยว
Or you can destroy it with fire.
เด็ก
That
ก็
one's
ได้
my
เพราะว่าเขาจบไป
favorite.
แล้ว
I mean, lot challenge, and you have to kind of leave
It's a
เมื่อกี้ผู้หญิงมาใช้ห้องน้
room or anything. Well, you have to kind of leave. You have to leave like plumbing dirty. Oh, I just noticed we got bedroom, and then something that you're like you don't have to put on Sims, and if we made it an apartment thing only, then it like you have to live in apartments or something. But we wanted this to be something where you can put it on
ำเอ้ย
any
นางยองยองคุณก้าน
So we have that one lot challenge, and then we do actually have a lot challenge where we'll hopefully get to see some of these, and I have, if not, I have a way to.
อยากมาลำบากไปกับเราไหมคะ
well, you kind of mentioned it. You can use a lot of these lot traits and challenges
ไม่นั่ง
in
สิ
lots
แปลก
that aren't
คุณก้าน
not just residential rentals.
ไม่นั่ง
too.
ก็คือไม่เลิศ
Like
Yeah.
you can have some of the property events
มา
Yes.
ขนาดนี้แล้วเนาะ
non-residential rentals.
So we have a second lot challenge, and it's like I don't remember what it's like maintenance.
อยากดูตอนเอาเซนเซอร์ออก
Jump in here real quick. So if I
วันที่
check
8
out
วันที่8รู้เลย
my unit, it's the maintenance troubles, and these aren't available on residential rentals
มัน
because
คือ
they'll just happen
challenge นะคะ
naturally. But we wanted
เอาเชื้อ
people
รา
who
ออก
live
จาก
in
ชาเลนจ์ด้วยนะ
residential
จ๊ะหนู
lots to have the
ถ้าไม่อยาก
choice here.
นั่งเช็ด
Because
เชื้อ
things
รา
like
น่ะ
insect
แต่ถ้าชอบความบันเทิง
infestation
ก็เอาเชื้อ
can
รา
happen
ใส่
in a
เข้าไป
normal house. It doesn't have to
สวัสดี
happen
คุณ
in
ม
an
อลลี่
apartment.
ครับ
And the correct response is to
รอ
burn
ดู
the
ตัวเอง
house
แบ
down.
บใส่วิกเก็ตริม
Maybe not with the insects, but with the mold if you want. So
กระเบื้องนี่แบบชัดมาก
when
เลย
you're
นะ
on the mold, you can clean it like we did earlier. We can
เฮ้ย มี
deploy
แบ
a
บเผา
mold
ไฟด้วยเหรอ
beacon bomb, and that kind of like clears
บีกอนบอมคืออะไรก่อน
everything. Or you can destroy it with fire.
That one's my favorite.
I mean, it's the right thing to do for Sims, right? You gotta have a way to destroy things with fire.
It's also really fun how this one came to be. It's just a bunch of us designers hanging over by someone's desk for a summit, and one was just like, "You should be able to light the mold on fire." It's like, yeah, we should.
Mold on fire. Now we're letting everyone sleep a bit. So let's show off what we've got. So we've got a hopscotch over here, marbles, and as soon as my kids are done sleeping, I'll bring them over. We have this spirit house, which is it just felt like it was something that we saw a lot.
It's very iconic for the region, and we really wanted to make sure that we're getting the cultural representation right. Like I said, a lot of us on the team are Southeast Asian, so we're pulling from our own life experiences and personal
ถวาย
stories. But
ผลไม้
also, those are our own stories. It's not everyone.
ใช่ไหม
So we
มัน
worked
คือถวาย
with
ผลไม้
some
แม่เดาเพราะมีคำว่า
consultants
ฟุต
like Jason Shu, who we mentioned in our blog
อีก
article,
คำหนึ่ง
to
คำว่าอะไร
make
ไม่รู้
sure that we are on the right track. We weren't getting anything wrong as far as this region goes.
The kids went to school, so I didn't get to show that. Oh, but you'll see, like, here's our other tenant, just kind of hanging out with us. So, and then we
ต้นไม้น่า
have
รัก
just
นะ
gotten a water leak. So we have a water leaking everywhere in two
Water leak.
Rokaya Rockside. That's a tongue twister for me. And there's puddles everywhere. So we can call a contractor. So I think this is here in the home.
Call
We can
contractor.
Call a cheap contractor or an
โอ้ย
expensive
ขอบคุณติ๊กเกอ
contractor.
ร์
Or we can do something about it ourselves. So I'm gonna
ขอบคุณ
go
ค่ะ
ahead and visit this.
ตา
You
เปิ
got
ด
a
มา
lot
ก
of options. Like if you want to just cheap out, do the bare
จะตื่นไหม
minimum,
เนี่ย 7
cheap
โมงอะ
contractor.
ตี
You
3 ครึ่
really
ง
want
ละ
to make sure it's taken care of, then expensive contractor.
เหลือกี่นาที
Or do it yourself.
Or do it yourself. You're
5 นาที
handy.
Or you can let the tenant deal with it, right? It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
So what you'll see with these events is kind of, let us knock on this door so that we can get in. There's a few variety of ways to fix it. You can either like repair and replace everything that's broken.
อ๋อ
You
water
can
lake
mop the puddles. Like
เรียกคนซ่อม
when you
มา
have a there's a haunting event, and that could be, you know, you exorcise the ghost or you decide to like try and ask them to leave. So
เคาะแล้วเข้าเลยจ้ะ
That's not what you want to see. That is a lot.
น้ำรั่วเหรอ
hey, you know, it says puddles everywhere. So
โอ้โหรั่วห้อง
mop
น้
these puddles. Maybe I could
ำช็อต
bring-
ยันนุ่นห้องเครื่องนุ่นอ่ะ
What happened? It's like a disaster.
I mean, that's what happens, right? And so
Yeah.
you'll see, like in the shared space, we also have the water heaters also malfunctioning, and that's part
Probably
of the,
why.
I mean, I could replace it. I mean, yeah, replace. I mean, I don't know. I just don't want to like repair everything by myself.
รีแพ
I
ร์
mean,
ก็
my
ได้
son is filthy rich, so just hit him with some money.
Yeah, I could. But that's no fun, right? Like we're trying to show off the good stuff here. So
รูปปั้นตายายไม่มีหักหนึ่งคะแนน
stuff. Is there anything else?
And I do want to stress, you can tell
ตื่
the
น
story
มา
of
ดู
being
คุณ
a
เมย์เลย
very
สวัสดี
good
คุณคิตตี้
property owner,
เมย์
somebody
จะ
that
รอด
is
ไหมเนี่ย
really into
7 โมง
making
ต้อง
sure
ตื่น
their
แล้ว
pets
อ่ะ
have everything that they need,
ไป
that
สุ
it's
พรรณ
well maintained.
Okay, and there you see, like we've repaired
หลับ
it.
กลางสตรี
So
ม
again,
แล้ว
that's what I was kind of saying is like you see the options, and unlike social events, you don't have to do all of them, but you have to do like one
Hlập
or
đây,
the
hlập
other
đây.
to satisfy it. So what we did is that we chose to repair and replace all the objects, and it should all be good now.
And your unit rating went up. You're rewarded for your
Throw
good
away.
actions.
Let's see. Let's go ahead and send these to home. We're just gonna. I know we're home, but let's get back to our lot because I really want to kind of get a chance to do some stuff with that mold.
No.
And it's, you know, it's only on our lot. I don't know. For some reason, we're really good about keeping it out of our
Hermetically
tenants'
sealed.
lots, but
นี่ค่ะ
not our own lots.
ปื้อมากเนี่ยจะหลับ
Who knows? So you'll see a
Love it.
nice variety of those maintenance events. As we said, there's like a haunting, there's the water leak, there's an electrical failure. There's also things like a tenant revolt. You'll get to see some of that stuff. I'm just gonna. So I'm gonna use a dev cheat real quick here.
ข้ามช่วงนี้นะ
Think with
คน
fire.
ที่ช่วยแชร์นะคะ
It's one of those ones.
โอ้มาเป็นดอก
There's a fire! Oh
เฮ้ย
no!
เฮ้ย ไฟไหม้ได้ด้วยอ่ะ
How did that
ไฟไหม้ด้วย
happen?
เห็ดเหรอ
How could that
ไฟ
happen?
สตาร์ท
Okay,
เม
yeah,
บี
I mean,
Hey.
you still gotta wait for it to destroy, and then you can.
ให้เป็นคนวางเพลิงวะ
I know
เดี๋ยว
they
เดี๋ยว
have a
เมื่อ
fear
กี้
about
มีนัน
it.
กอง
Incredible.
อ๋อ
Did I
นี่ไง
set myself up?
นางกำลัง
Fire.
จะ
And sign off.
เขาเรียก
Burn
นะ
it
เผา
out.
เหรอ
Sound good? Sound
Yeah.
good. Okay.
เผาเชื้อเหรอ
Send it.
So
ไฟไหม้เห็ด
destroy with fire.
เออ มันเลือกแบบทำลายด้วยไฟไง
One of our
สวัสดี
designers
ครับ
on Tuf put this
ทำลาย
one
ด้วย
in.
ไฟไง มันก็เอาไฟ
One of
แช็ก
those
ก็
ones,
ไป
"Hey,
จุด
come
เผา
look what I did at the desk.
We're like, yes, it's perfect.
บึ้ม
Incredible.
Did I set myself up? Look, there's a fire. Oh no.
How did that happen?
มึงจุดเองแล้วมึงก็ตกใจ
How
เอง
could
อะ
that happen? Okay, yeah. I mean, it's still you gotta wait for it to destroy, and then you can. I know they have a fear about it. You know, it's a whole thing. Okay, I think it's
ตาเปื้อน
been
อะ
taken care of. Let's stop panicking, and now we can take care of it. Now, of course, that only takes care of the one, so you know.
ไม่เองก็
Light
ฉีดเอง
lots
สิ
of
ครับ
fires and you'll be fine.
It's fun, but lots of fires. But I'll just be a good person and take care of this all.
นี่คือตาจะปิดจริง
You know, I'm trying to take care of my family,
ๆ
right?
นี่เป็นไงเท่
Okay.
เท่ว่ะถ้าแบบ
So
จำกัดเชื้อรา
that is
เอ้ย
kind of
จำกัด
a
จำกัด
snapshot of
กำจัด
the
เชื้อรา
pack. There's a lot to do. There's a lot of like things that you'll get to see as time goes. We can't get that all in here in one video session. But with that, I think we will close out and thank you for joining us. And I'll pass it back to Shani.
Thanks so much, everybody.
Thank you so much, Rebecca, Jessica, and Zoe for your time today. And thank you for watching. And if you're hungry for more, be sure to check out some of your favorite Simmers who are releasing their reviews now. And don't forget that The Sims 4 for Rent will be available on December 7th. And if you pre-order it, you'll get some awesome exclusive items. Dag dag!
สวัสดีค่ะโอ้ยจบ เข้าไปชั่วโมงกว่าจริงเนี่ยเราเสียเวลาด้วยแหละชั่วโมงครึ่งตัวคลิปอ่ะก็สรุปก่อนไปนอนเนาะเอาจริงก็คือเราไม่ได้ฟังแบบรายละเอียดแบบแม่นทุกอันนะคะเพราะฉะนั้นก็ทุกคนน่าจะเห็นแล้วล่ะว่ามีอะไรเกิดขึ้นบ้าง ที่แน่ๆคือทุกคนสามารถนะคะแค่เซิร์ชว่าเนี่ยเขากลางกันแล้วเธอ32 นาทีอ่ะเขาเปิดตัวคือกลางเลยอ่ะแรงมาก
Cette vidéo a été rendue possible grâce à IE. Merci.
ไม่ดูได้ไหม
Pour les portes, on a seulement la petite
Mais
taille
ouais.
avec ce modèle.
เอาไว้ตื่นเต้นก่อนยังเหลือเวลาอีกตั้งหลายวันยังไม่ดูได้ไหมเล่นตัวก่อนนี่อันนี้ช่องใครอ่ะ
Like we all knew it was gonna be a rabbit hole.
อ๋อเขาก็แบบมานั่งร่างรีแอคเหมือนเรานี่แหละบงก็ภาพรวมก็จริงๆรู้สึกว่าถึงแม้จะง่วงนะแต่ว่าก็พอเข้าใจอยู่คือจะบอกว่าภาพรวมเนี่ยเป็นไปตามที่เราคาดหวังนั่นแหละเรื่องของระบบการเช่าการแบ่งล็อกหรืออะไรก็แล้วแต่คือไม่ได้รู้สึกว่ามันแย่หรือว่าไม่ดีแต่ทีเนี้ยเขาไม่ได้เล่นชนิดแบบว่าให้เราเห็นว่ามันเช่าแล้วยังไงต่อไปเรียกซิมมาแล้วยังไงต่ออะไรเงี้ยเขาไม่ได้เล่นลึกให้เราเห็นขนาดนั้นก็เป็นส่วนที่เราต้องไปเจอกันเองเนาะว่าเราจะเล่นยังไงกันก็ไปศึกษากันเองหลังจากวันที่แพ็คออกเนาะก็เลยแบบว่ารอไปผจญภัยวันจริงดีกว่ามันน่าจะตื่นเต้นดีอะยังไม่กล้าเปิดรีวิวแม้ว่าเมื่อกี้เราเห็นของเกือบทั้งหมดแล้วเนาะแต่ว่าเราก็ยังรู้สึกว่าเฮ้ยขอแบบหน่อยเถอะนะคะโอเคถ้าอย่างนั้นเมย์ขออนุญาตนะคะก็สรุปแบบสั้นๆเพราะว่าจริงๆจะบอกว่าถ้ามีโอกาสก็ทุกคนก็ไปลองดูรีรันของช่องเดอะซิมได้เลยนะไปกดสต็อปกดดูกดอะไรอย่างเงี้ยได้เลยแต่ทีนี้คือวันนี้มันดึกมากนี่เลยอาจจะไม่ได้แบบว่านั่งสต็อกแล้วนั่งสต็อปภาพแล้วนั่งเมาส์ให้ฟังนะคะเพราะว่ามันเลทมาเยอะแล้วประเด็นคือจะบอกว่าอาหารคือใช่เลยไม่ต้องเดากันแล้วนะข้าวเหนียวมะม่วงผัดไทยใช่ทั้งนั้นนะคะก็เอาเป็นว่ามันก็ผสมอยู่ในเอเชียนี่แหละค่ะเพียงแต่ว่าเราอะไรที่เราจับออกมาแล้วมันดูเป็นไทยแล้วก็เอามาเล่นให้มันสนุกเป็นแบบฟิลแบบมโนไทยของเรานะคะวันนี้ก็น่าจะพอแค่นี้ก่อนนะคะก็เดี๋ยวไปสุพรรณ2 วันก็จะไม่ได้แตะคอมบ้านก็ไม่เสร็จคาไว้เป็น2 อาทิตย์แล้วนะคะโอเคเจอกันครั้งหน้าค่ะวันนี้ลาแล้วนะคะทุกคนสวัสดีค่ะไม่มีเอฟเฟกต์เพราะว่าไม่ได้เปิดนั่นเองไม่ได้เปิดเพลงจบอะ ไม่ได้เปิดเพลงตอนจบอะ sorry ค่ะงั้นไปก่อนแล้วนะจ๊ะฝันดีราตรีสวัสดิ์ค่ะอรุณสวัสดิ์สำหรับคนที่ตื่นแล้วด้วยแต่ตอนนี้ไม่ต้องไปนอนก่อนเดี๋ยวลุงจะตื่นมาโดนด่าอีกนะคะ7:30อย่างเลท7:30คือตื่นช้าที่สุด7:00ไม่ทัน7:30น่าจะได้อยู่นะคะ3:30ใช่ไหม4 5 6 7 4 ชั่วโมงเป๊ะไปค่ะนอนกันดีกว่าบ๊ายบายนะคะทุกคนขออนุญาตทยอยปิดจอนะคะขอบคุณของขวัญทุกชิ้นที่ส่งมาให้ด้วยนะคะขอบคุณมากๆเลยปิดทางต๊อกก่อนแล้วกันนะบ๊ายบายค่ะบ๊ายบายต๊อกฝันดีราตรีสวัสดิ์ฝั่งแอปฟ้าแอปแดงแอปม่วงด้วยนะคะบ๊ายบายครับบ๊ายบายคุณนันทพันธ์ด้วยครับ